Do you guys think we're beating Brighton tomorrow? Let me know all of your thoughts. And simply put, let's go over everything concerning Arsenal Football Club, where apparently Saliba's given an interview. Mikel Arteta's had his press conference in relation to the Brighton game. There's some revelations in relation to Semenyo and just some general news, people. So let's crack on. Smash the like button. Arteta on Calafiori and Brighton test. What does this mean, Gaffer? On Calafiori, who is locking down that left back row. Apologies, and we know he's a centre half by trade, people, but he's bossing it at left back. Very mature performance against Crystal Palace in the League Cup at centre half. And depending on where we're at with Hincapié and tomorrow and his home injury kind of worries people. Not that we've got much choice, but surely Calafiori centre half. And then obviously Miles Lewis-Skelly. We all know we need Magalhaes back fit. But what has he said here, people? Having spent most of his time as a centre-back in Italy, Calafiori has predominantly played as a full-back in England. But after playing alongside William Saliba in the centre of the backline against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup, Mikel Arteta believes he has shown his adaptability in 2025-26. 100%. It was brief, but I even remember him playing right back in the Champions League phase against Paris Saint-Germain. What he didn't do before coming to Arsenal as player as a fullback. So he brought him in because we believed that he could do both of them, obviously centre-half and fullback. Ricky's availability has been really good this season as well. And against Crystal Palace, he's played a really good game. Don't want to jinx it, but great health. And clearly he's one of those, a lot of players. You're fit, you're able to put in some rhythm, and you're able to show why you was brought in initially, people. Wish everybody can get back fit and stay fit, because to say we're down to our bare bones defensively is probably putting it nicely, people. What's this? It's a club that I admire a lot. What they've done over the last 10 years is incredible. They have different managers, and now Fabian Hurazila, can't pronounce him, has come in and brought something very different with ideas as well. A lot of energy, a really, really committed team, and look very, very together. A lot of quality. They can play in different positions. They are versatile players, so it's going to be a tough match. Going to be a very tough match. Now, Wolves was probably... I've said it about Chelsea, I've said it about Wolves, but Wolves was probably our worst performance. We have reacted, we have got a lot better in the final third. In the games that have followed the Wolves game, there's football's decided in both ends. Conceded some very cheap last-minute goals, or just conceding last-minute full stop. We're not all the way there in the final third, but we are creating chances. We need to convert. There's been even in the League Cup against Crystal Palace, dominated the first half. Should have put them in 3s and 4s and put them away. Obviously, we got a goal in the second half as well. We allowed them to grow in confidence. We didn't come out the best in the second half, in my opinion. It went down to penalties conceded in the last minute. Obviously, fun and games, won the penalty shootout. Christmas, we sit top in the Champions League, the Premier League. Obviously, we're through to the semi-finals of the League Cup, and we know we play Portsmouth in the FA Cup. But you always have to think about if it went left, people, because it has been. So we need to get better. Don't disagree with anything there. An update on Kai Havertz and Gabriel Magalhaes. You would have saw in the build-up to the Crystal Palace game, Kai Havertz was in training with Arsenal, full training. And reports this week said, he's out, he's suffered a setback. I think it'll be a matter of days, if not weeks. I mean, you can never really take Mikel Arteta's words for gospel. What do you lot think? But fair to say he'll probably be on the bench for Brighton. Let's see in the next step how he responds. He's a player that we've missed a lot, a player that brings the team into a different dimension. So I'm really happy to have him back soon. On Gabriel Magalhaes, which at least with Kai Havertz, he said it could be days or weeks or whatever. Let's see if he was specific on Gabriel Magalhaes. We have to wait and see. He hasn't trained yet. He's still doing his rehab, but hopefully as quickly as possible, because we know the situation that we have in the back line. So we're not seeing him anytime soon. Large up to Gabriel Jesus. He's very fit. We've been gradually increasing his minutes, but against Crystal Palace, as long as he was okay, everyone was happy to let him go on. When we get into fatigue mode, we took him off, but we're very happy. Yeah, first start, significant minutes. Couldn't cap his 100th appearance off for the club with a goal. That was a lovely ball from Martinelli for Jesus, but we need everybody back fit. And I must admit, Gabriel Jesus does look like someone that's been missing a lot of football. So we're going to need to wait to get him up to speed, people. Well, what has Mikel Arteta said here? In fact, going back, has his full press conference stuff come out? Well, so no, we're not seeing every word. We just got the key bits and pieces. But apparently he was cheesed off. I don't know why this keeps playing, but Mikel Arteta has revealed how he was very hacked off at the way Arsenal dropped points against Crystal Palace last season. 100%. I was at the game, and this still baffles me. I genuinely thought the Brighton man got sent off, people. And he's probably going to be upset with himself and the team with how we've also dropped points in certain games this season. I remember it very well. I was hacked off in the manner that we played with 10 men. So I wonder how you feel about the Wolves game that went recently. So hopefully it's going to be very different this time. I think the rules are different now. So we paid a big price for that rule, and hopefully stays that way. We continue to play with 11 players. And we know there's an element of pressure, people. 1 minute it's City, then it's Arsenal. So yeah, I don't feel we've missed anything else out. Saliba has spoken. We can win it all. William Saliba sets quadruple target as Arsenal bid to end trophy drought. What do you lot make of that statement? I want to see specifically what he said. Okay. Are you going to show us specifically what Saliba has said? Okay. We know that in every competition we play, we can win it. But we have to show that on the pitch. We have to start winning trophies. Now, William Saliba signed a new deal, so he believes in it. Speaking about silverware, all of the players and the manager say it, but I feel Saliba is frontline, ready. Anyone that will put a mic in front of his face, I need to win trophies. I want to win trophies for this football club. We want to win trophies. We've been close, but far at the same time. I don't feel I can be noticed as a world-class player without trophies. We see this kind of all the time, people. But we do have to start winning trophies now. The mood is good, but we know that we are still in December and things can happen quickly in football. So we have to stay focused, keep believing in ourselves and keep working, because what matters is at the end when we are holding the trophies, not before, which is true. We want everything. I feel at home here. We have a good team. We have good staff, good coach. We are always close to winning something. So I wanted to stay and win titles with this club. And obviously, we know we've got a great partnership when Saliba and Magalhaes are fit, people. We conceded with them just 10 league goals in 17 games. The club has only been breached once in their last 6 Champions League matches. That's obviously changed. And it's not just because we're missing our key players. Football's decided in both ends. So when I'm saying our defense, I'm including the midfield and the attack. When I'm talking about attack, I'm including the goalkeeper, the defense, and the midfield people. I mean, we know we've got Chelsea in the semi-finals of the League Cup, but before that, or way before that, we have to navigate this period now where we've got Brighton, we've got Bournemouth, we've got Aston Villa, we've got Liverpool. We know the backdrop of injuries. We're in December, we're in a good platform. Not everything is amazing, and there's areas of improvements, but we've got a good platform. It's what we want. It's where we want to go from this, people. So yeah, man, that's what Saliba has said. Gunner Blog and The Athletic have been speaking about several Arsenal players' futures, people, mainly Miles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri. Nwaneri, obviously, the rumours are going to go up because we're going to enter January. Miles Lewis-Skelly ain't going nowhere, in my opinion. Both have signed new deals, so there is a position of power by the club. Apparently, Arsenal are showing interest in Club Brugge midfielder Alexander Stankovic, according to L'Interista. The club is monitoring his performances, though a move doesn't appear imminent. Arsenal are well covered in midfield, are we? So any approach for the 20-year-old is unlikely to happen in the near future. There's a feeling Arsenal would have ranked as Anton Semenyo's first choice had they firmly been at the table. Many also tipped Liverpool to prevail. Tottenham proposed a highly competitive salary, but were politely declined. Damn. City and United emerged as leading contenders. A late inquiry from Chelsea did not sway the player, and Semenyo chose City. So he will be playing for City, but there might be some time in Eze fashion to get involved. Should I give up on the Semenyo stuff? And I asked this in my last video, but if City get Semenyo, on top of everything they've got, are they the favourites for the league now? Arsenal shown an appreciation for Semenyo. It's believed the Gunners would have been his top choice if they had been firmly in the running. So I can't blame him. They weren't in the running. Well, he's going to a top club in Manchester City with a top manager, top players, and he's going to win something there, isn't it? Apparently, Arsenal are considering a £31 million move for Atalanta's 20-year-old centre-back Giorgio Scalvini, according to Football Talk. This potential signing aims to strengthen defensive depth following recent injuries and setbacks in the first team. I wouldn't say no to that. If Manchester City gets Semenyo, should we go for Oscar Bobb? There's a guy called Regan Heskey. I think teams should be sniffing around that Manchester City player. Would you go for Oscar Bobb? Romano has said Oscar Bobb could leave Manchester City in January. If Semenyo deal is completed, Bobb will seriously consider his exit. Several clubs already made approaches for Bobb, including Borussia Dortmund in recent weeks. And I'm sure he wants a lot of football going into the World Cup with Norway, people. Juventus have sent a scout to look at Brook Norton-Coffey, our former player, who's currently playing his trade in Italy. Obviously, if Juventus buy him, that could be some money for Arsenal, as we do have a sell-on clause. We did look at, in the summer, Jeremy Jacquet, the 20-year-old, is drawing interest from Real Madrid, so there might be a fight for his signature. And generally, obviously, we've brought in Andrea Berta. We brought in that guy from Napoli. So it doesn't surprise me that Gunner Blog is saying Arsenal are continuing to scour world football for more young prospects with potential to become first-team players and may continue their drive to recruit emerging talents this January, as we should, man. You know, we got the 2 Ecuadorian lads. You know, we got a lad from Ireland coming in 2028 when he's, I believe, or 2027. Don't quote me. So, yeah, we need to. If they can progress to the first team, great. If you buy low and sell high, even better.